Welcome everyone, it's SEMA Central. I'm Dennis Pittsenbarger. We're here at SEMA 2015 in the wonderful halls of the Las Vegas Convention Center. To my left, a man who has inherited a job that probably makes him sleep very, very little. David Kennedy, Editor-in-Chief of Hot Rod Magazine. How you doing today, sir?
I'm great to be here, honored to be here with you, Dennis, and great to be back at SEMA for the 2015 SEMA Show.
I've already had David Freiberger up here. I asked him what it was like not to be the editor of the magazine. He goes, well, there was all those nights that I ended up sleeping in my office for 2 hours. And you're shaking your head like, yeah, that was, I don't know if you inherited the best job in the world or the craziest job in the world.
Well, it's tough, especially following a great leader, and he is probably the most naturally talented magazine or media automotive guy that's ever been. So the fact that we share the name and the fact that he thought I was crazy enough to try to follow in his footsteps was an honor. The one thing I do know is I spent 7 nights in our previous office, and there were many times where I would leave and I still see his truck there. Our new office, now that we have laptops, we don't necessarily have to stay at the office to get work done anymore, which is good.
That's good for you.
But that doesn't mean the work stops or is slowed down. It's a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week experience. And now, when I took over, I said, you realize you took a magazine with one platform that we reached audience, and you turned it into 37 platforms just with the Hot Rod brand.
Yeah.
So we don't ask the audience to come to the magazine anymore. We find where each and every one of these automotive enthusiasts are, and we go there.
And I talked a lot about that with all the different employees from the Enthusiast Network that have come up here, and it's a really great way to look at it. Don't make them go to one place.
Exactly.
Give that everywhere.
Yeah, and you want to reinforce that what they're interested in and what they think is cool, how they want to express themselves. That's the key. That's the constant, and the vehicle that they choose may not be what their dad had. And in fact, in many cases, it can't be because that's out of their budget or out of their interest. You know, we're sitting in front of a Cummins diesel-powered Nissan Titan,
yeah.
And I'm looking at people check that out over your shoulder, and I'm thinking, you know, that's an ancient American brand that's got a motorsport history. In many cases, people don't know how steep that performance tradition is, but I can tell by the audience they're excited to see it.
They really are, and that's one of the things that, you know, I've had this discussion with so many people. I mean, you and I can have it right now. What is a hot rod?
Sure.
And it's as simple as this. It's what you guys have always embodied at Hot Rod Magazine. You take something and you make it your own.
Yeah, and you got to make it better. There's got to be a significant, you know, performance or improvement for minimal investment. And if we can share how to do something, how to have a knowledge about it, and give that to the audience, they can have a better experience than if they weren't part of our brand.
Well, and I like the way that you guys do that even in the magazine as well. You know, you make it engaging. You give people a different way to look at it, whether it's the little snippets from all the contributing writers or contributing editors, all the way to the big facet stories that really do dive into some of the great, you know, the events that you guys are so much a part of. I mean, I've been lucky enough to be on a long hauler. You know, now you got these these new events, Drag Week.
And Drag Weekend.
Drag Weekend now. Yep. And just all the things that have really brought it together. It's just, where does it go? You know, because it's always an evolution.
Sure, and the Hot Rod brand is about taking, like we said, we're going to the audiences instead of expecting them to come to us. We're also looking to take people out of the grandstands and put them in the staging lanes, and whether that's a drag strip or a road course, or you know, even a driving school and autocross, the idea of getting people to participate and have fun as opposed to watching somebody else do it. That's the conversion. That's what is going to keep this environment going, keep this marketplace alive and vibrant, and literally, there's no end to this, because until we make everything perfect, there's still a place for hot rodding, still a place for SEMA, and still a place to express yourselves with different platforms and technologies.
And you know, in using the platform of Hot Rod, the magazine,
sure.
You know, there's a lot of people that said print is dead. It's not dead. There's still such a vibrant place, whether it's, you know, Roadkill online, whether it's, you know, the new engine show that's going to be coming out with David, whether it's you producing this great magazine each and every month. It's one of those things that it's like the newspaper on Sunday morning. You still want to sit down with it, open it up, feel it and read it. And there's plenty of people that do it on the iPad.
Absolutely.
But I'm still one of those guys that kind of like to open it up and feel it.
Well, coming full circle, the idea, we got to go where everybody is. We still have an enormous audience that's buying a magazine every month, whether it's a newsstand or subscription. Around 650,000 people every month will buy a print magazine. Now, to contrast that with yesterday, hotrod.com will have reached that many people in one day. So it's not that we've moved, it's not one thing that's dead, it's just we've magnified and have a bigger voice than ever before. Hot Rod at its biggest sold 1 million magazines a month in the early 90s. Again, to yesterday, we'll have outdone that best performance. So it continues to grow. Nothing's dying, it's just expanding. And whether you're watching our Periscope live broadcast, whether you're watching us on Facebook or Instagram, the Hot Rod brand is everywhere, and we're going to find those guys. And we'll be here, and we'll be over there, and next year we'll be in different places that, you know, we don't even know about right now. and we'll continue to do that.
Well, you're doing a great job, and I envy you for the job that you have. Tough footprint to follow, but you know what?
Yeah.
You're doing a great job. The magazine is vibrant and great. And if people want to know more about what they're doing, it's pretty easy. Look in the camera and tell them,
Sure.
I can do it. I was there when hotrod.com.
Absolutely, and part of that contribution, it's what it is because of great guys like yourself and everybody along the way, whether it's photographers, writers, now video guys. It's still the monster it's always been, and look for improvements going forward. Hotrod.com, Facebook, Instagram. Google search Hot Rod, you'll come to us.
The one and only Hot Rod. We'll be back from SEMA Central coming up soon.